And we are back live. Welcome everybody on this Wednesday afternoon. I am in a little bit in a hurry. That's why I'm also earlier than my usual 6 p.m. So let me get back to find my questions again. Oh, there they are. Okay, so the first question is from Marjolein. If you are torching the standard points every 2 days and you want to do some specific points, do you also have to do those every 2 days? Or is it better to do this several times a day? Or does that, or is that bad? Can that hurt? No. So, oh, the light is getting a little bit strange here. Ooh, that's not even good either, but it's the best I can get it right now. So whenever you're doing standard points, specific points, in other words, whenever you're doing acupuncture points, you must always repeat them in the first few weeks, every 2 days. If you are dealing with a chronic situation, you want to do them at least 4 to 6 weeks, every 2 days. And that is for any acupuncture point. Now, if you're having a very specific issue, apart from doing the acupuncture points, stimulating the acupuncture points every 2 days, you can also, because the acupuncture points are in mode 1, you can also in mode 2 torch locally. And whenever you're torching locally, yes, you can do that several times a day. Certainly in the acute phase. If your problem is not a chronic problem yet, but an acute problem, then for sure, you can torch yourself every 4 to 5 hours locally in mode 2. And that's mainly to quickly relieve pain, to relieve edema, to lower edema, and so on. But otherwise, and I can even say this, even if you want to be red lighting the acupuncture points every day, yes, you can do it, but you're not going to be healing quicker. You just need to do it every 2 days. So that was the first question. Now let me see, what else do I have? Hold on. Whenever you are torching the jugular, is it on mode 1 or 2? And how often should we do this for flu, for example? Well, first of all, for those of you who don't know it, this is your jugular, okay? And you want to take your red light, you want to put it on mode 2, and you're going to put it there for the next 15 minutes. This is going to bring that energy straight into your blood. And your blood needs 7.5 minutes from your big toe up to your head, and another 7.5 minutes from your head back to your big toe. So if you want to give that energy to all of your blood, you want to do this. When do I do this? I do this when I feel weak. I've been out and about and I haven't slept enough in the last 2 days. And then I'm about in a group of people, and I know I can see or I can feel that somebody is sick there. Well, when I come home, I will do 15 minutes in my bed. This is also what I did when I had COVID in, I think it was January 2021 or 22. Now I don't know anymore. It doesn't matter. It's a long time ago. So I just did that to give myself that extra push, to give myself that extra energy so that I would not have issues. And this also gives me so much energy in my cells that I am stronger again to fight whatever is coming in. Somebody has a flu and you're with that person and they have the flu or they're sneezing all the time and you haven't torched yourself lately, quickly do the 15 minutes. And then, of course, do your standard points. We do them always together on Tuesdays night, so feel free to join me. Okay, my left wrist has 2 wrist lines. I'm wondering which line to use when measuring too soon for PC6. PC6 is pericardium. So if you're looking on your wrist, you can see that we have one line just under here and another line there. And to find pericardium 6, it's 2 thumb widths from those wrist lines. Now, If you are starting at the first wrist line, 1 thumb width, 2 thumb widths, then in this case, your pericardium is just going to be under the second thumb width. If, on the other hand, you are starting from your second line, 1, 2, then now your pericardium 6 is going to be under your thumb. So do whatever is easy for you. Choose one of the two. But that's how easy you can find pericardium 6. Next question. A friend of mine wants to get his wife a torch for Christmas and was wondering if there is a video about Parkinson's and how the torch might help. So first of all, no, we don't have a video about that. We do have a testimonial about that. In this case, this woman who has our torch was torching on the head of her brother who has Parkinson's. And instead of his usual, that he could hardly even hold anything anymore, suddenly he could hold his glass again and drink from it without problems. So we do have that testimonial. Other than that, we have a specific booklet of the specific points that you should be doing on anybody who has been diagnosed with Parkinson's. And that booklet is in your human information pack, the people's information pack. So you can find it there. Now, as usual, the longer the problem has existed, the more sessions will be needed, but you will get results as of the beginning. It just needs to be built up. It's like with any problem. If you have an acute issue, well, yeah, 2 or 3 sessions will be enough. But if you've had a prolonged issue, a chronic issue, well, the longer you've had the issue, the more sessions you will need to be brought back into balance. For my fibromyalgia, like I said before, it took me just a little less than 5 weeks to be off all my medication and have a pretty normal life again. So you can do it, but you need to repeat those sessions every 2 days. Please don't forget that. Let me see. I think there is one more question. At least I saw one. Are there any contraindications for which you cannot use the red light, the torch? Yes, it's like written in our manual. What you have to remember is advanced photonic therapy in itself is not dangerous. Some people are taking medication. Now, stimulating acupuncture points, you are bringing back in balance what is not in balance. So you have a person who has high blood pressure, who's taking medication for their high blood pressure. That medication is going to bring the blood pressure down. You can also torch some specific points and standard points to bring blood pressure down. And in that case, stimulation of acupuncture points will bring in balance what is not in balance. So if it's in balance, nothing's going to happen. That's not what's happening with medication. Medication is just going to do what it needs to do. It doesn't care if it's in balance or not. If you're taking medication to lower blood pressure, it's going to lower the blood pressure. Point. So people who are taking medication to lower their blood pressure, they need to let their doctor know they're going to do advanced photonic therapy because they will, over time, have to lower their medication. And the same goes for people with diabetes type 1. You, by stimulating specific points, you are going to stimulate the body again to produce insulin. So you should not just be injecting yourself insulin without checking how much you need. Or you could be injecting yourself with too much. So again, it's not the advanced photonic therapy that's dangerous because it only brings in balance what's not in balance. The danger here lies in the fact that medication doesn't care what's in balance or not. It is just going to do what it needs to do, meaning it's going to do the task it has to do. And that's it. I also want to remind you, and I'll put a link under this video, I have started a channel on WhatsApp. That's where you are going to find the links to some promotions. That's where you're going to find the links for the webinar. That's also the place where I know that my videos well, my videos here on Facebook are not oft shared, and they may disappear in the future. That's also why I'm posting these videos now on YouTube. And for the WhatsApp, it's the same. If I post here a link to a webinar on Facebook, for example, hardly anybody of you is going to see it. So those links are coming on the WhatsApp page, so you can all enjoy them. And right now we do have a promotion because we joined the Black Fur Day. You have a promotion if you're buying the Pro Torch, and you also can win an online session with us, and you can also win a free DIY course of your choice. So make sure to quickly go and check my WhatsApp channel and enjoy it. That's it for today. Bye-bye.